Hello and welcome to Goon Squad Radio podcast. My name is Bryan Hops. I'll be your dungeon master. With me is Jacob Wyckoff.
How's it going, everybody?
Ryan Siller.
Hello.
And Joseph Smeckel.
How's it hanging?
All right, moving on past that intro.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's hanging a little to one side of the dress left, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just read you guys kind of this vague world description that you've already heard, but we're going to read it again one more time. And then you're all going to give me these quick character bios. And then, we'll get this show on the road.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
I present to you for the first time Allelucentia, a world of eternal sunshine. That sounds overly optimistic, but it's actually pretty literal. The world is flat and aims directly at the sun. Well, it's not like flat like a coin, it's flat like the flat side of a cone, and it's always daytime. So we'll get to that later. Moving on. 2,000 years ago, before the eternal dawn, the world was terrorized by creatures of the night, ghouls, goblins, and other monsters now commonly referred to as specters. But the three nations, Briozinia, Glaciatera, and Redorian, worked together to develop a solution to the long nights and monster raids by stopping the rotation of the planet. This eternal daylight left the specters without opportunity to ravage the land, and civilization began to flourish. The three nations were able to develop large towns and eventually major cities. However, there was still the looming fear of the return of the specters. The nations came together to develop an international defense force to respond to the looming threat. This force became known as Solstice, a group of agents that work in conjunction with local law enforcement to investigate specter sightings and maintain peace throughout Allelucentia, which takes us to where our story starts. So before we start our story, can I get a character introduction from Mr. Ryan Siller?
Absolutely. I am Delvilo Soria. I am a cleric of the Ward Domain High Elf, and I was raised by clerics of Torm. I was taught to help people and seek fairness and justice between all races and religions, as well as to protect people from evil, foreign or domestic. He sought out a career in politics to try and make changes. However, it left him unsatisfied, so he sought out a more on-the-ground approach and joined up with the regional forces of Briozinia. After displaying an aptitude for spellcasting and martial prowess in the field, Delvilos was recruited into Solstice. So I think I kind of made my way over there.
Very cool, very cool. Jacob Wyckoff.
I am Trevorn Starkwind. I come from Lanusian, a major city near the mountain region of Redorian. I am a human fighter, and he grew up hunting with his father and became a pretty good shot. When his father disappeared without a trace, he became more focused on taking care of his mother in an effort to find a job. He joined up with the brother Autumn's Grip, and after working hard and showing exemplary marksmanship, he was recruited to Solstice.
Very cool, very cool. Joseph Smeckel.
Hello, I'm playing a character called Odor Kapok. Odor Kapok comes from a remote tribe in the deepest, coldest parts of Glasteria. The people there are rumored to have unrelenting strength and will. Little is known about them outside the few that have left to seek a different life instead of their isolationist ways. Odor was recruited into Solstice for displays of good heart and willingness to jump into the fray.
I loved the little eyebrow lift you were doing during reading that. I don't know if anybody else picked up on it, but it was very I know a sneaky secret you don't kind of energy while you were reading it.
I'm from a very isolated place. I thought he was trying to seduce me.
I know, right? He was telling me about it. Very, very odd energy. But all right, you guys have any other questions before we kick this shindig off?
Yeah, just real quick. So Solstice is kind of like an extension of the police force, or is is it a separate group like FBI? CIA,
yeah, Solstice is if you were to compare it, each state has their state police force, or each country has theirs, and then Solstice is the overarching. It's like the CIA to the federal government kind of thing.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and you guys are about to hit day one, day fun. You know.
Oh,
it, dude.
I'm ready.
All right.
So excited. Let's see how this turns out. All right.
Hi guys, B-Hops here. Just wanted to real quick plug our social media for this project. You can catch us on Twitter and Instagram at GSR_Intel. I will be on the Twitter page if you want to yell at me and tell me what rules violations I've done wrong, or send me ideas on how to mess with my players. And the players will be available at GSR_Intel on Instagram if you want to help them scheme against me, or just tell them what a great job they're doing, because they're doing a good job. All right, that's all. Thanks, guys.